my friends. How are you today? Aaron here bringing you some honest astrology about the eclipse that we were just experiencing today on the 2nd of October 2024. Now, in the last video, there's been a little bit of sync issue. Hopefully that's corrected now. If not, I'm going to spend a lot of the time on this chart right here. So we've got an eclipse today, all right? We've got the sun, the moon, black moon Lilith right here, all at 10 degrees of Libra. Now, our eclipse node is at 6 degrees, south node, 6 degrees of Libra. Of course, our north node is at 6 degrees of Aries. Okay, so is our opposition here. And then, of course, the sun, the moon, black moon Lilith, all conjunct the south node. This is, in astrology, we consider this the tail of the dragon. This is our past, what we're going away from, what we're moving toward. Of course, is Aries about self. This is about taking the initiative, taking the start. It's a little Thomas the engine that could, not Thomas the train, engine that could, like a yes I can attitude. Okay, we're going into this next 6 months here before our next eclipse with a yes I can attitude. Hopefully this is going to be something that's going to stick with us for the majority of, let's be honest, our lives. Okay, we don't always get this kind of energy. Not every generation gets this kind of energy. Now, of course, this is every 18 years you get these eclipses, but this is special for us. All of these alignments are now. And as well, we have, let's look at this, we have Venus in Scorpio, we have Mars here at 15 degrees of Cancer, and of course Saturn over here at 14 degrees of Pisces. So we have a grand water trine happening as well. So not only do we have this south node eclipse, black moon Lilith conjunct the moon and the sun, Mercury also conjunct the moon and the sun, conjunct the south node, but this beautiful water trine. And this energy of the eclipse is all connected to Uranus. So let's talk about this. We're just going to stay on this page here. Let's talk about what all of this stuff means. What is this lining up and what does this say? Okay, so one, we're talking about our relationships with other people. Now, our relationships with other people, they can be anything. This can be our relationships with our coworkers. This can be relationships with our parents, our siblings, our peers, our friends, our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Our ex-husband, wife, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Okay, this is a lot about relationships. Okay, and Mercury is here as well. Now, Mercury rules our communication, but it's also our thoughts. Okay, this is how we're thinking in our minds. The moon is our emotions. Okay, a way to look at our moon is our emotions. The things that we don't always see on the surface, it's beneath the surface. Emotions beneath the surface. All right, and the sun here is lighting the way, saying show up in this direction, show up in this area. So we're showing up in a place for other people. At the same time, where all these planets are for other people, we have the south node. Okay, we also have black moon Lilith. Black moon Lilith here, this is barbarian energy. There's a lot of ways that people look at black moon Lilith. This is, I look at it in one way, is barbaric. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine energy, it can be barbaric energy. This is not the person you bring home to dinner. You know, this is wild card energy. This is, I will not submit. I will not, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I live my own life. I'm going my own way. You want me to think the way you think or measure the way you measure. You know, maybe it's like I got to do it the way that I need to do it, and I need to go down my path. And this black moon Lilith, all this stuff here, of course, creating this beautiful septile over to Saturn. Okay, so I want to come back here. Let's see. Hopefully the audio lines up. If not, just turn it off. And so relationships with other people. Okay. Now this can be if we've had falling outs with people in the past, there's a good opportunity that those people might re-enter our lives and have a very successful relationship. Okay, you might have worked with somebody, known somebody, haven't seen them in years. They could very well resurface in your life right now, and you might have a very different relationship than what you once did. Okay, allow it. We grow up, we expand, we grow, we mature. Allow ourselves to mature. Allow the person that you're looking at to mature. They're not the same place that they were at the last time you had maybe X confrontation years ago or whatever it could be. So maybe they're in a different space, maybe you're in a different space, maybe you've both grown up, maybe you've both matured, and now you can actually have a proper, better relationship than what you once did, okay? So mentally, this is saying don't get stuck in how somebody was in the past. Like maybe that's not who you are now. And if I'm holding this idea of who you were back then as to the same person you are now, I'm doing a disjustice to you, the work you've done, the growth you've done. And then as well, it can be kind of, that finger pointing at you, there's three fingers pointing back at me. It's also saying, well, they could be holding me the same thing and not realizing that I've done a lot of work on myself and I've grown, I've expanded. I've learned my triggers, my own things that, make me respond in a certain way, or maybe what once bothered me then doesn't bother me now. Again, this is a way for us to heal, for us to get into a better place with other people that may have wronged us, trauma, drama, arguments, fighting, whatever it may be. It's like this is a wonderful opportunity, this eclipse, to heal our hearts, to heal our minds about any barbaric energy of somebody has snapped at us in the past, or somebody is, responded in a way that we didn't appreciate and has made us, hurt our feelings or something, and we needed to go away from this person. So things can be resurfacing in this particular eclipse in a positive way, saying we just don't know where others have been in their journey, and we could actually have really positive relationships where at one point in time we couldn't, where now this relationship can kind of flourish, right? There's a lot of growth. And now there's this old expression that says, one in the hand is worth two in the bush. In this particular eclipse, that expression doesn't work. Let me show you why. One in the hand is two in the bush. This is saying I'm going to, all right, hold on, let me come back here. Well, the reason why is because this connection here to Uranus, okay? Taurus energy, finances is the way to look at it, material possessions, things. Uranus is about breakthroughs. Aries, of course, go in the direction of yourself, healing self, appreciating oneself. How do you view the world? How do you view these things that are going on? And if you're viewing the world of lack of abundance and I don't have all these things, and when I get the job, then I can get the car. When I get the car, I can get the girl. When I get this next thing, or when I get the degree, then I get it. And there's these like stepping stones of when I get this next thing, then I can get this, and then I'll finally have, or when I drop the weight, when I lose these 50 pounds, then I can get to this next place in my professional career or whatever. Then I can, it's just like we put this like mental building block in our brain that says I'm not worthy of receiving. I'm not worthy of getting this thing of which I desire because this exists. And right now the energy is saying like, hey, wash that away. Like there's a little bit of belief here. This is like something going on. This is a mental block. This isn't necessarily how the universe works or how the world is working. So this one in the hand, two in the bush thing goes. We can be comfortable. And long story short, we can be comfortable. Okay, we can be comfortable in the ways of I've got money coming in from my job. I'm having terrible experiences with my bosses, terrible experiences at work, terrible experiences with my coworkers, something like this. I need to get out of, sometimes when we feel the pain or the pinch or that Saturn, that pressure kind of thing, this Saturn pressure, and which is a huge septile over here. When we're feeling the pressure, it's telling us the universe is lining something else up for us. That's how I like to see it sometimes. You got to listen to yourself. But the universe is kind of lining things up for us. And if we're comfortable, we can stay stagnant. And if we're stagnant, we're not making the moves that are necessary. And because this deals with relationships, this can deal with your personal relationships, romantic. This can be business. This can be friends. So at the same time as like things resolving and getting a new opportunity to reboost or to revisit certain friendships or certain relationships, this is also cutting off certain relationships, and it's saying that you're done working for this person, you're done dating that person, you're done dealing with how that person treats you. Okay, and it's saying this one in the hand, two in the bush. This old expression, right? It's like, oh, keep the one in the hand. Well, that one in the hand can sometimes limit us from achieving or going after more of that which we want, desire, and need to. And we have an emotional needs, wants, and desires right now that are trying to manifest, right? So Mars is moving through this place where our moon resides. Mars is moving through, and Venus through our emotions, or through our emotions, where it's like we're confronting these emotional things. Venus here, our loves, wants, and desires over in Scorpio, is dealing with the depths of what our hearts truly love, want, and desire, is becoming illuminated, if you will. And this is saying, make it real here with Saturn. And Saturn saying, like, look, this world isn't, there's a lot of belief. There is a lot of belief. There's a lot of what we believe. Our mind enters into this world. So there's a lot of belief that creates our reality. And if you really desire this thing and you want to move in this direction of your emotions, this thing you really desire, whatever that is, then you have to take your life very seriously. You have to take this. Maybe tomorrow doesn't come. Maybe this is the only opportunity you get to tell someone that you love them. Maybe this is the only opportunity you get to confront your emotions and say, like, you know what? I don't care if I'm rejected or not. I care a lot about you. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but there's a lot of care or love or emotions. Or I don't want this to go the wrong way, but some of these things that have been going on in our relationship have really been hurting me, and I have to communicate these things for the sake of the relationship because I care about myself, I care about you, and I'm at a point where I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away from the job if I don't communicate it with my bosses, and then be like, oh, why'd they quit? I don't know. Couldn't handle it. Something like that. You could say all kinds of, different things. People can assume, people can make up their own minds about you if you don't express yourself, right? If we don't communicate what's necessary, we don't express ourselves. We can, people are going to make up their own mind for us or their minds about us and our decisions. So it's important right now is to communicate with the other, communicating our emotions. And this world of belief saying like, hey, I understand that my mind entering into this world, I have to be able to make my mind sharp, make my mind right, thinking that, again, that little engine that could, yes, I can, it's positive, whatever. And it's not positive saying like there's no negativity, but no matter what hurdle or obstacle comes your way, it's necessary. It's a necessary obstacle. It's a necessary hurdle. And it's allowing us to grow and expand. Okay, Jupiter's job here, expanding our mind, expanding everything, especially down here in Gemini. It's like a super expansion of our mind, super expansion of our thought process, and how we view this world is extremely important. Okay, so one in the hand, two in the bush. We can be simply comfortable. We can be comfortable in areas and aspects of our life. And it's just like, maybe I really need those two birds in the bush, and I've got this one bird here in my hand, and I'm saying, oh, well, I should just be thankful for what I have. I should just be thankful for this little thing that I have and not desire more and not go after the thing. And we stay comfortable and say, I could lose this. By me chasing those two birds in the bush, I could lose this bird in my hand right here. And I really need this bird. I really need those two birds, but I already have one. So we can be in a relationship and it's just like, okay, this is not fulfilling. This is not emotionally fulfilling me, or this is not financially fulfilling me, or this is not fulfilling the expansion, the growth that I need to achieve, the growth that I need for my personal self. I'm being stifled. I'm being limited in this relationship. Again, any relationship, work, business, pleasure, romance, comedy, drama, whatever, any kind of relationship. So it's just like, if this isn't working out, and you got to really check in with yourself here. Like, don't just listen to my words right now. This is like deep checking with yourself. And this could be leaving a job. This could be leaving a relationship. This could be leaving or cutting something off because we have to. We have to. And if we got the one bird in the hand, and if we're comfortable staying in our comfort zone, we're not going to expand. We're not going to grow. We're not going to, expand our minds and learning new trades, learning new skills. Oh, I'm just going to continue to do this thing, and I know I'm getting this, these shekels an hour. There's a lot. I've been talking about this now for a while since I've been doing astrology videos. I think I started astrology when Uranus. Well, I started putting them out online anyway, when Uranus moved into Taurus, moved out of Aries into Taurus. And so I feel like this entire time I've been putting up videos since 2016, this Uranus in Taurus has been an absolute beast of saying, look, we have to change. Your company wants to pay you the least amount that they can so they can make the most amount of money that they can so that they can profit more. It's like they want you, but they want to profit off of you. And independent contractors, people that have their own businesses, there's more risk to reward. And the universe is kind of telling us right now, there's a lot of reward if we take the risks. There is a lot of reward if we take the risks, because what's going to happen is they're going to have more governmental income coming from big corporations. Okay, big corporations. This is, so it's like, your McDonald's or your Walmart or something like that. Like these giant corporations are just going to consume and eat up everybody. And the truth is, we need, especially when Pluto comes back in here into Aquarius, it's like the community. We need the community. The food that we're being fed at a lot of our stores is like being poisoned. It is. So it's like, okay, so our local community, we can grow food locally. We can grow things here, and we can, share that with our community. So it's like the more that we're doing locally, and we have this terrible thing right now, guys, like where it's like, I need a 6-figure income. I got to make a bunch of money. I have to make this much money. It's just like, I'm telling you, it's not going to make you much happier. Sure, money can buy certain things, and it's nice to have the convenience, but it really doesn't. It doesn't make us rich. It's funny to say, but money doesn't make us rich. That comes from inside, and we get rich by the experiences we have, by how our mind views the world, by how we look up in the day. I shared this on Instagram this morning, guys. I share these videos on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So on Instagram, I'm Vyumke. Facebook, it was obvious, and YouTube's obviously just my name. But it was this little girl doing gymnastic like flips over this bar, like doing these backflips and like grabbing these things and over this bar. And just this little kid, this little girl, and it's like, it just looks like a fence post, and it's like some trash in the background. It's just like, here's a bar, here's the thing, and some people will put the mental block in their minds that says, I need the gym, I need the coach, I need the proper uniform, I need the mat beneath me, I need this, I need the more how I see them do it in the Olympics, or how I see them do their training in this. It's like, let's go back to that for a second. And we see all those people in the Olympics with the sharpshooters, and then the guy from Turkey, right? It just goes over there, aims, pulls the trigger. He didn't need all the technology. He didn't need all that extra fancy stuff. He walked over there, he saw his target, he aimed, and he hit his target. He hit the mark. In a certain way, this is like saying this is what we need. We don't need all the extra stuff. The extra stuff is great, having the extra things. But if you have the mindset, if you have the determination, if you have the heart for it, go do it. And we're going to, people are going to tell you no. People are going to beat you up when you're at the bottom. People beat you up when you're at the top. Everyone's going to judge everybody no matter what. We talked about this last month, right? We talked about this a couple weeks ago when with the Virgo energy. It's like, people will beat you up for everything and anything. So you might as well just do the thing that brings you joy and take it on the chin. So just go out there and do the thing that you want to do anyway, because everyone's going to have something to say about it. So if it brings you joy, do it. And getting this out of this mental block that we have to have X amount of money, or this like multi-million-dollar studio to record a song, or a multi-million-dollar camera thing to record a video, or make a movie, or to whatever it is, right? So it's just like, this is great energy for creators. And great energy is like, I talk about sometimes like the horse blinders. This is almost like ear blinders to the world. It's like ear, eyes, the whole thing. Okay, it's just like, imagine nobody's here. What would you do? What would you do? Not in a sad way. Like, what would you do if you're all alone on Earth? No, like, this is a playground. You guys ever seen the movie, the TV show Last Man on Earth with Will Forte? I love him. I think he's my uncle. Will, if you're out there, I love you. It's just, there's this guy just the last person on the planet, and he's just doing all these most ridiculous, crazy things that are, it's like, yeah, I would totally do that. Just light a bunch of wigs on fire for no reason. You know, I'm not saying that, but like, it's a very funny show. But it's like, go do those things. Who cares about the world? Who cares what other people are doing, how they walk, how they dress, what they say, what they do? All this energy is just like, this is for you. This is for you, child. I'm the universe right now. I'm the universe. And I created all this for you. Go play. Go enjoy it. Who cares what your brothers and sisters are saying? Who cares what they're doing? You know, this is for you. This experience is for you. And so maybe you've had a experience with a partner, a job that's been providing, has been giving to you. And it's a very difficult thing. And friends, this is not easy if you're dealing with one of these decisions, especially if you're a Libra friend. You know, this is not easy necessarily if you're dealing with some of these decisions and saying this is provided for me, because Libra, you know, we love you and there's so much balance. There's balance, and you really look at the things that provided for you and you want to appreciate those things, and you don't want to just like turn and walk away and be like, oh, well, this well is dry. I'm out of here. You know, so it's like taking this really hard, good look, and it's just like, okay, this provided for me, but am I staying in this stagnant place? Am I staying here because it's convenient, because it's easy? Am I not going after those two birds because I've already got one? Am I not living my fullest because I'm comfortable? Am I not going after that job that I really want because I've got something that provides for me? And it's a bigger risk if I take that other job. I have a feeling some of you are feeling this energy. I have a feeling that some of you are dealing with some of these things I'm talking about. And if that's the case, please leave a comment, even if it's, hey, the video's not in sync. I don't know what's going on. I play it on my computer and it's fine. I uploaded it to YouTube. It was whack. So hopefully this one's better. No promises. It happens. Whatever. We'll figure it out. You know, it's not going to continue like this. But such is life. We figure it out. We kind of go as it's needed, you know. And it's like, don't forget about faith. Don't forget about faith. Don't forget to have faith in yourself. Don't forget to believe in yourself. You know, the whole world can be falling apart where we can think it is. You know, that's bringing me to this other really good point right now. There's this thing going on that's like, it's like, oh wow, you complain so good you're popular. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh my God, you're so good at complaining about the world and things. Like, you're cool. I like you. But there's like, we're priding ourselves on how much we can complain about how uncool the world is, or how uncool it is to be an American, or to be what, you know, whatever. I don't know where you're watching this from. You know, we get kind of crap about that here in America. It's like, oh, it's not, you're not supposed to be an American. You know, you can't be patriarch. But at the same time, yes, for matriarchy, but you cannot down with the patriarchy. You know, it's like we're in this like really funky place, man. It's like, all right, but so people love to like complain about things, and then we've taken complaining about things and how well we can complain about something and add it to our like resume of how awesome we are and how good we can complain about something, or how good we can make fun of something, or how good we can, you know, it's like a weird, it's backward, you know what I mean? It's kind of backward, and we're trying to fall more in like silliness, or like being in awe of how cool things are, how being in awe of like fabric. I don't know. I have no idea. Look at these bunch of little leaves in here. I have no idea how they made this. It's cool. It's a cool shirt. I don't know. I don't design fabric. You know, it's just like getting excited a little bit. So it's like being less angry about other people, finding more joy in what other people are creating. Like we're all just versions of you. I'm just a version of you that's talking about astrology. You're a version of me that's watching it, you know? And then, you know, there's a version that's made this chair. There's a version that's made this, you know, we're all part of God experiencing God's self. We're all part of God experiencing it through your eyes, you know, your consciousness experiencing through your own eyes. You know, we're all this oneness. And so like being in awe of what your people around you create. You know, there's this other thing I posted on social media recently that was a top, you know, like a little spinning top, and it was just stagnant, sitting there, stagnant, right? This is extremely important. We're talking about stagnant energy in this eclipse here. And then somebody spun a top and threw it in, and they spun another top and threw it in. So then there's 4 spinning tops, And then there's just this one top that's not spinning, and the 4 spinning tops keep hitting the non-spinning one. And guess what happens? The top starts spinning. So what was once laying there sideways, it keeps getting hit by all these other spinning tops, and the momentum of those other tops will get that sucker to start going. Okay. Now this is your social circle. Okay. If you're around cool complainers that just love complaining, and they're so good at complaining that they're popular for complaining, which is really weird, then we think complaining is cool and we want to do that too. But really what the energy is doing is bringing us down. We're staying stagnant. We're not actually moving. We're not around people that are lifting us up. And so we don't want to blame those people. We don't want to point our finger at those people. What we want to do is just simply surround ourselves with the people that are lifting us up. Simply surround ourselves with people that are having the energy, the force, that self-motivation. We need self-motivated people here. And surround yourself with them. They're gonna give you the right juice. They're gonna give you some mental gumdrops, whatever, some just good stuff to chew on. That's gonna expand our minds. This is a year of mind expansion as well, right? So it's like not only this year of like following yourself, trusting yourself. If you don't know it, learn what you need to learn, so you're not as reliant on other people. But at the same time, we are reliant on people. I'm not going to just go start making my own shirts just because I don't know how and I need a shirt, right? So I rely on other people to make these wonderful clothing articles that I wear. I rely on other people to create this chair. I rely on somebody else to create this computer system and this microphone. And I myself have learned how to use it. Well, user error if the audio is still not clicking. And it's funny because I'm a professional audio guy. But again, it happens. So it's like learning the tools that you need to be successful and not being mad about other people. Guys, this is a really lovely, lovely eclipse. I hope if you've been feeling pressure, okay, that this pressure is becoming alleviated. Maybe there's a little, hole that's allowing some air to move out of this pressurized thing that's going on in this whatever area it is in your life that's dealing with the relationships. And let's not forget relationships. We have a relationship with ourselves first and foremost. I have to be a parent to myself. I have to be a child to myself. I have to be a best friend to myself, right? I have to love myself, appreciate myself. I have to tell myself, I have to build myself up. I have to tell myself when I've done something wrong and that I need to learn from. Yeah. I got to learn how to do something better. I gotta be able to be a good disciplinarian, a good teacher for myself. And so it's like taking the initiative that's important right now in this time, and not being so hung up on what the rest of the world is doing. And now I'll say it's heavy, at least here with like these elections and miscommunication and information, and there's a lot of that happening, and it's like we want to trust people. Okay, so this deals with other people, this eclipse. We want to trust people. We want to trust our government. We want to trust our government body. We want to trust in what our country you're in. We want to trust that the people that we elect to do their job are doing their job right. We want to trust that the astrologer that's giving you, the talk about astrology is going to be giving you hopefully good advice. If not, I'm not a trustworthy astrologer. You shouldn't be listening to me. You know what I mean? So it's like the same goes with our elected politicians and things. And this is extremely important no matter what country you're in, is we have Pluto in Capricorn as well right now. And as you see, that's the other Earth trine that we have going on here. With Pluto in Capricorn, Uranus, 26 degrees of Taurus, and this, it's coming. It's the South Node, of course, moving its way over to Virgo. So we don't have a grand trine, but it's like almost. So this like practical Earth energy, South Node letting go. What is our government? I watched this thing again on Instagram yesterday, and I shared it on my Instagram about a guy from the CIA talking about how we have the United States government has helped rig elections as they were communist things, and we did it for the greater good of the world. Okay, we did it for the greater good of the world. We rig elections. And then this reporter says, well, have we done that in our own country? And the guy goes, well, no. It's like, well, something like that. It was obviously yes. It was obviously yes. Like, it's like it was kind of stated right there. You've done things in our own country to rig things. This isn't as trustworthy as we had hoped it was. We can't place as much trust, and we have to be very cautious right now. We have to really do our due diligence, no matter what country you're in. Our due diligence and learn and study. Just like we're learning a new skill, like we got to learn what's happening here in our country. We have to learn what's happening in our countries. We have to learn what's happening globally. It's like it doesn't matter what country you're in, what globe you're on, what part of the planet you're on, what continent you're on. We all got a mouth feed. We all have a heart that's beating. We all need love, affection, touch. We all need shelter. We all need clothes. We're very similar. We have different backgrounds, different upbringings, but we're united. And it's like coming back to that concept of united, and we are united, and we have to maintain united. And when we draw that line, and this is, this eclipse again, when we draw that line, it's like you're on this side and I'm on this side, and we're always going to be, pointing at each other, and we're always going to be battling with each other. And when we realize like that, there's no line. We're all on the same side, and we're all just trying to figure this thing out called life. We're all just trying to figure out what to do here on planet Earth. We're trying to figure out here how to love, how to make the best economy we can for ourselves, how to create a good business for ourselves and for each other. And so again, we might have to take some calculated risks into doing things, because maybe we don't believe anymore in the company that we were working at is no longer in alignment with our emotions and our heart center, right? This grand water trine here is playing a pretty hefty role in this eclipse. And the fact that this eclipse is, creating this septile over here to Saturn. Okay, this is like the authoritarian figure. And this is like, friends, there's chaos order balls. I should pull them up here on some time and play it. But, this video, just type in chaos order balls on YouTube. And it's like you're going to see these balls, they fall down and everything goes in chaos and nothing looks like it's in order. But it really is. And this is where we're at right now in life, where it's like things don't seem like they're in order. Everything's going crazy. And I know I feel like I reference this a lot, but we have to have that trust. We have to have that faith. We have to have that belief that the universe is working for you. The universe is working for you. The universe is working for me. Things are aligning for me. And that means when things are falling out of place, things are really lining up. And when that door shuts, it's because I'm not supposed to go through it. I'm supposed to go through that one over there. So trusting yourself, having faith, and stepping out on that edge a little bit, to learn, take the initiative, to take a calculated risk, to forgive others, to allow them to heal, allow them to grow, allow them to learn, and forgiving other people. All right, this is a beautiful eclipse. This is a really beautiful energy, friends. Expansion, beautiful expansion. And learn what you need to learn how to heal, right? 21 degrees, Chiron and Jupiter will be creating this sextile for like a week here. All right. So this is like giving yourself the knowledge you need for yourself to heal. In all capacities. Heal your mind. Heal your heart. Heal, because all of this stuff here is about to hit this opposition to Chiron, which is going to be sextile. So it's going to hit this trine to Jupiter. So Mercury, Moon, Sun, everything's going to trine Jupiter. Sextile over here to Chiron. So it's like, give yourself the tools you need to heal. Learn something new. Learn new tricks. Don't blame other people for your lack of intelligence. Don't blame other people for what you're not doing in your life. Don't blame other people that they didn't tell you what to do. Don't blame other people because you believed them when they told you this person was bad, and they were lying to you, and they were actually the good person, and they wanted you to vote for the bad person. I don't know. I'm not going to say vote. I mean, just anything. It's not political. I don't mean to make it political, guys. But we can be manipulated. We can be manipulated. That's literally manipulation. Pisces, manipulation, Neptune, the black hole in Pisces, manipulation. If we've been manipulated by the other people, figure it out for yourself. Try to see through the illusions and take the initiative to figure it out. This is how I'm gonna end this. I saw a picture of two guys. There's two guys gun-toting, they look like two big old rednecks with like AK-47s, AR-15s, something like this, in like a Chick-fil-A. And this picture's going around the internet. You take a good look at this picture. I don't know, maybe I play that little magic eye game too much, but you look at this picture and you can say, okay, they're facing this way. The crowd over here is also facing in opposite direction. All the food items are on the side. It's like there's no restaurant in the world that's gonna put. There's two registers. There's a register over here, and then 90 degrees over here, there's a register over there. And that the food items are going to be not in front of the register. It's just like you look at this image, and it's like, boom, this is AI. This is fake. And someone's manipulating us right now. And someone's manipulating us in order to pull on our heartstrings, to pull on our emotions. This grand water trine, okay? Other people, South Node, Sun, Mercury, Moon, Black Moon Lilith, in Libra, other people, relationship, other people are trying to fool you what this world is. But not me. Right? But everyone's trying to fool you. And to pull on your emotional heartstrings to make you feel a certain way, to put you in a direction they want you to go down. This is the path I want you, this is crucial. I hope all the audio lined up here. I hope you guys can see my pretty face. All right, I'm done talking today. I hope you had an amazing eclipse day. I hope this in-between eclipses has been really positive for a lot of you. I hope you can see that if it's been challenging, that challenge is supposed to present itself so you could get out of that hurdle or get over that hurdle and find yourself to a clear road in front of you and clear views of whatever you need to get done. If it's separating something, friends, I know that can be challenging. Do it. I'm a fan of one in the hand is worth two in the bush, but in this particular case, take those calculated risks and go after that which you love, want, desire, and need in your life for you to be successful, for you to live a happy life of joy. I believe in you. I trust in you. I love you. I wish you enough. Happy eclipse, friends. We'll see you soon.